Today we're comparing the H&K USP Compact and the SIG Sauer 2022. Stick around. Thanks for joining us on Shoot of the Series. I'm Thorell from Firearms Education and Training. And today, just to get started like we always do, we want to show clear and safe. Drop the mag, open the slide, nothing up my sleeve. Drop the mag, open the slide, nothing in there. We can have a nice conversation without any big surprises. So today we're going to spend some time talking about a couple of polymer frame 9mm service pistols, and I call these service pistols because they're super well built, they're super stout. They've also been adopted by military and police departments. In the case of the SIG, this is known as the 2022. The reason it has that title is that in 1997, this was adopted by the French military, as well as its internal security systems, as well as the French Foreign Legion. And it was involved, in 1997, this came out with a 25-year contract, which will expire in 2022, hence the name. Now, a lot of people think that this was just built up as a blue-collar SIG, because the price point on this is about half as much as the 226 or the 229. You know, it's cousins, the 226 and 229. You're looking at $1,100 or $1,200 pistol. With a 2022, you can get into it for under $6. So these are very, very hard to find because the word's out that you can get an inexpensive SIG. So the beauty of this is because it's got very lightweight, it's polymer, glass reinforced, meaning it's very lightweight to carry. It doesn't have all of the extra metal and the mass that its cousins, the 226 or the 229 would carry. It's much easier to carry. One of the other features that I really like is being polymer based, it has a grip section which is removable. So this grip section here, you can get in mediums and larges as well as a small, so that you can actually tailor this particular grip to fit the hand. In my case, I actually have the small size on here. I work with a lot of women, and they seem to really enjoy the smaller grip. They can get more hands on it. Most guys don't know the difference. So it's a really nice, simple, inexpensive, but very well built semi-auto. Now, you're going to notice that this also comes with a fairly standard 3-dot sight, which I'm a big fan of. They line up really fast. You can also tell that it's hammer fired. And because you see it's hammer fired, you can tell right off the bat that this is a conventional double action, which means with the hammer pulled back, the trigger does one thing. It releases the hammer. In double action, the trigger is going to do two things: cock it and release it. Now, one of the beauties of the 2022 that I really like, that I favor with a lot of double actions, is the fact that it also comes with what's known as a decocker. So, by pushing this button all the way down, you can mechanically drop the hammer and de-escalate the pistol, so that if for some reason the bad guy goes away, or for some reason you need to make it safe, you can de-escalate the pistol from single action bout to double action, and it's a real handy feature. One of the things that happens if you're in a crisis situation is you're going to lose your fine motor skills. And with some pistols, if you need to de-escalate it, you actually have to go to the step where you grip the hammer at the same time you're easing the trigger off and lowering it down yourself. Well, that's not always easy when you're in the middle of something that's very critical. So having a decocker, like I showed you before, allows you to de-escalate the pistol very quickly. One of the functions I also really like is the controls. Now, this would be your slide lock, and you're going to notice the slide lock is pushed way, way back. The beauty of that is even if you've got short thumbs, you can actuate this. You don't have to worry about reaching way in front of you. So because of this, for smaller hands, this gives you really good controls. Also, the magazine release, which is kind of diamond shape, is a fairly intuitive shape. In California, we have 10-round mags. They already come stock with a little bit of a magazine toe, so it fits your hand really well. And the magazine toe is a really nice feature that I like because it gives you more confidence in your grip that the gun's not going to slip out of your hand. So it's got a lot of great features. It also includes an accessory rail if you wanted to mount a light or a laser to it. It has the 3-dot sights that we talked about. This also comes in different calibers. You can get this in 9 as well as 40, depending on what your needs are. I have a tendency to move towards 9mm because when you're working with new students, it's much more controllable, not to mention cheaper to shoot. So it's a great pistol. It's a great bargain. You can get into one for under $600, and they're hard to find because everybody wants a SIG that's half the price of the 229 or the 226. Now, for those paying attention, you're also going to notice we're talking about the H&K USP, and you've seen this used in a lot of demonstrations. I've had this for several years. This also comes in to the area of what's known as a service pistol. Very popular with the U.S. Border Patrol. It's also one of the most popular police pistols in Europe, so it's very tough built. What these two both have in common, rather than just being a simple composite grip, what the HK and the 2022 both share is they've got a reinforced glass composite frame, which is the best level, highest strength, best quality composite that you can put on a pistol. Once again, that's a good thing. Now, very similar in features, it also has a decocker. In this case, the decocker is actually a 3-position safety. If the lever's all the way up, it's safe. In the middle position, it's neutral and ready to fire. Or if you push it all the way down, it engages the decocker in the exact same manner and function that you saw with the SIG. And I find it's a really good safe feature to have. I'm a big fan of decockers. Those of you who've been watching the series know that. The H&K also works in 2 different formats. You're going to notice that when they hammer back, it's a conventional single action. Pulling the trigger makes it fire. It does one function. In double action, it cocks it and releases it. Pretty simple stuff. One of the things that sets the H&K apart from many other pistols is the fact that it doesn't have a button for actually releasing the mag. It actually has a toggle, and the toggle is on both the right hand and the left hand side, and you can see it here as well. So you can get this with a finger, you can get this with a thumb, and what this allows you to do, I'm going to do this from the other side, you'll see it move, is this allows you to drop the magazine. And this was designed for troops or people that happen to be wearing gloves where pushing in a button might seem kind of awkward. These are both great pistols. The H&K USP is going to probably run you $1,100, $1,200. The beauty of the SIG is the fact that you can come in at about $5.5. So it's a great value. You know, SIGs are hard to find because they move so fast. But once again, it's a matter of you get what you want. There's lots of choices out there, so it's all up to you. Anyway, we'd like to thank all of you for stopping in and watching our series, Shooters. And we'd like to thank all of our subscribers. If you haven't done that already, go ahead and hit that little button. If you want to get notifications, just click on that little bell. And that way you're going to find out exactly when a new episode's been going to air. So thanks again. I'm Thorell from Firearms Education and Training. Y'all take care.